you. Welcome. Welcome to cabin 8209. This is a BH category balcony cabin. Let's go ahead and start down at the far end by the balcony and work our way back to the front door. I'm gonna kind of show you what you get to see with this balcony. The balcony itself, I think, has a really great size. Although you have 2 chairs, no chaise lounges, small table here. It's a very deep balcony. Look at the space here. Lots of privacy. You can't see your neighbors at all. We're obviously docked in the Port of Miami, and so you see a lot of the action going on down below. I don't find that super interesting, so we're gonna go back inside. All right. One thing I want to say right off the bat. This is a balcony cabin. As I said, it's category BH. It's really small. I'll be really honest with you. It feels cramped. Bed. Ample storage space. You'll see I'm only using it for my shoes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's supposed to go there.
We really don't know.
There's a bar, but...
3 nice sized drawers, and I love the smell. What's great about being on an inaugural cruise is that everything's brand new and clean, and it smells, you know, that new car feeling, that smell.
The new cabin smell.
Yeah, you know, it's sort of like, I think they need to make a perfume out of it. New cabin smell. NCS.
Excellent.
I think NCL should bottle a perfume and call it NCS. New cabin smell. All right. Flat screen TV. Which is a great space saver. And we actually already, Alex, you went on here this morning and we're fiddling around and found our shipboard account, and you're able to actually look and manage your cost savings, I'll just say, on your television. So I think that's really great and easy. And anyway, typical coffee maker. We've got some more storage down here. We have a safe. When you sail NCL, you will receive a safe.
Hey!
A couple more shelves. Alex has a few of his items stored here as well. And got our little mini fridge. You'll see that we also have a couch here, which, you know, it kind of seems nice, but to be honest with you, I would prefer there just be a small table here and then give me some of this space to walk by. You know, obviously the 2 of us can't walk by at the same time, and it was really challenging to unpack our luggage together at the same time. I just had to stay seated in one spot so Alex could, you know, unpack and put his clothes away. So I do find this a little bit cramped. Of course, when you're cruising, you shouldn't be spending most of your time in your cabin anyhow. But if you'd like to, I don't particularly find this particular cabin category very roomy at all.
I'll just talk really quick. So I was sitting here just chilling, looking at the great view, sitting on the bed, and I looked over here at the couch, nice couch, and I saw hinges right here. See these hinges? So I said, what are these hinges for? And I came over here and I realized that these open up for more storage. And there's a bed, and there's a couple hangers in here, etc., etc.
There's a bed in here?
Pillow, sorry. There's a pillow.
All right, let's look at the new style bathrooms that they've created here in NCL. So we've got our sink and vanity area right here out in the open, which is different. Lots of space here. This, we actually haven't quite figured out what this is. So we think it's a garbage, but we're not sure. Maybe this is the garbage and maybe this is just storage. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. Not really quite sure what that is. And you know, what I didn't mean to was the other closet. What's interesting about this closet, it sort of reminds me of California closets, if you're familiar with that, but you know, anyone hanging long shirts, they're gonna hit this bar, and that's a little bit annoying. So that's just a little bit interesting. You know, I think they could have gotten away with just one bar, maybe on each closet, one here and the one on the first one that we showed you. All right, over here we have the separation between the toilet and the shower. I know a lot of people prefer the curtains. I don't like the curtains because they stick to me. So I love the sort of the curved edges and the round aspect that we see. So I'm going to open both of these doors and have Alex to show you what's inside each.
Maybe hit those light switches
This is
behind
the
you.
shower. Yep.
All right.
Oops. There we go.
That works.
And the toilet room.
Okay. Good times. It is the toilet room. You don't hear that said too much. We're in the toilet room. The room for toilets.
So there's a lot of privacy. I think some people said that there was a lack of privacy, and there might be a different situation in the studio cabin, but
Well, let's do a demo. Why don't you go in here and we'll close the door and we'll check out and see how much of you we can see. Well, we know that you're wearing blue.
I'm rinsing my hair now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How's the water pressure?
Oh, it's great.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right.
I think that's it there. All right, so we want to talk about the lights. We have searched high and low for a switch to turn on this one. We have looked everywhere, and we thought, oh my gosh, it's already burned out. So we just grabbed our cabin steward and told her, and she said, oh no, it's not burned out. It's under here. If you look way under here, there's a switch. So it's completely hidden. It's not even in a space. You would never think to get on your knees and look underneath the it's so hi again. All right, so what's really cool about this, check this out. So you don't just have the traditional little hang thingy that you put on your doorknob on NCL. Instead, you've got this fun little scrolly thing. Right now it says welcome, and then when we want our cabin cleaned, we're gonna change it to makeup cabin. And then you get turn down cabin at the evening, right before dinner. And do not disturb. And that's for all other times of day and while Alex is sleeping. Isn't that cool? I just think it's really fun. I don't know. Choose.